Hello students, welcome to a new lecture of organic chemistry. In the last class we were discussing about rules of IUPAC nomenclature, in which we were discussing about the rule which was fourth rule which says if two substituents which are different, if two different substituents are present, you should follow what? Alphabetical order. Follow alphabetical order. That rule we were trying to apply in the end of the last video. Let us do so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What is the numbering? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? For 7 carbons, what is the root word you got? Heptane. Right? Now, what any alcohols, any carboxylic acids, aldehydes, ketones, nothing is there. So, no suffix. All these groups becomes prefix. This group starts from M, which means methyl, and this group starts from E, which is ethyl. So, whose name should be coming first in the IUPAC name? To do that, you have to follow alphabetical order. Ethyl is coming first and then comes methyl. So, what should be your name? Where is ethyl group present? At 5th carbon, ethyl is present. So, your name should be 5-ethyl and then 2-methyl. Heptane should be your name, right? So, this is the rule in which two different substituents are present. Follow alphabetical order. Sometimes the two different substituents can be chloro and methyl. Chloro starts from C, methyl starts from M. So, chloro, 5-chloro, 2-methyl should be the name. Sometimes ethyl and chloro can be present. Even then ethyl starts from E, chloro starts from C. So, chloro and then ethyl. Okay, so whatever may be the substituents, look at the letter from which it starts and then follow the alphabetical order. What is the next rule? When two different substituents are present at equivalent position of the chain, equivalent position of the chain, then how you should do numbering? Any numbering becomes correct, but you have to select one numbering. Numbering should follow alphabetical order. How? Like so. Let me take a compound. In which here I will take ethyl group and here I will take methyl group. From this side if I give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From this side if I give numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever numbering you select, first numbering also is getting least possible number of 3 and 5. Second numbering is also getting least possible number of 3 and 5 because they are present at equivalent position. From this side also they come on 3rd carbon. From this side also they come on 3rd carbon. Two substituents are different and they are present on equivalent position. So, which numbering is correct? Both the numbering is correct. Any type of numbering you can give? No. You have to give numbering by following the alphabetical order. What is the name? Starts from E. This starts from M. So, preference should be given to this and not to this. So, ethyl should get least possible number, not methyl. So, if ethyl is getting least possible number, this is correct and this is wrong, right? Ethyl should get least number, not methyl. Okay, so now what is the name? First write root word. 7 carbon means heptane. No functional groups, no alcohols, carboxylic acid, aldehydes, ketone, nothing is present. So after heptane, no suffix need to come. So any substituents are there? Yes. So where will they come? As a prefix. Who are the substituents? Methyl is one substituent, ethyl is another substituent. In the alphabetical order, ethyl comes first. So its name should be written, which is 3-ethyl. Right. While writing also you should follow alphabetical order. While numbering also you should follow alphabetical order if they are at equivalent position. 3-ethyl and 5-methyl heptane is the name of this compound. Right. This was the 5th rule. Now let us look at the 6th rule, which talks about cyclic compounds. Okay. In a given compound, if there is a cyclic chain, what should be the name you have to give? If the compound is cyclic, the name should be for saturated cyclic, cycloalkane. For saturated cyclic, instead of alkane you should use cycloalkane. Root word should be cycloalkane. For double bonded cyclic, instead of alkene you should use cycloalkene. For triple bonded cyclic, instead of alkyne you should use cycloalkyne. Right. This should be the suffix, root word. You should not use hexane, you should use cyclohexane. You should not use hexene, you should use cyclohexene. You should not use hexine, you should say cyclohexine. Okay. Let me take an example of this is the compound given to you, right? What is the root word? How many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I started numbering from this carbon because on this carbon a substituent is present. Priority should be given to substituents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So 6 carbon means it should be hexane if the chain was straight. As the chain is not straight here, you should use cyclo. Is there any double bond, triple bond? No, only single bond. Saturated cyclic. Instead of writing hexane, I should write cyclohexane as the root word. Any alcohol, carboxylic acid, aldehyde, ketone, any functional group present in this compound? No. So no suffix will come after cyclohexane because there is no functional group. Then will there be any prefix? Yes, there is a substituent here which will act like a suffix. What is the substituent? Methyl substituent. Where is it present? 1. So what I will do? All the rules are same except that in writing the root word, just add the word cyclo. So the name for this compound becomes 1-methyl cyclohexane. Okay. These are the rules for IUPAC nomenclature. And now we will look at the examples of naming the compound. Okay. Now let us give IUPAC name for some textbook questions. Okay. Starting from the first compound, what was the first rule? Select the longest carbon chain. There is no branches. Selection is easy. Right. Give numbering. From which side I can give numbering? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one is correct? Is there any functional group in this compound? Alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, that is not there, but there is a double bond present, right? Double bond or triple bond is present means you should give priority to that double bond or triple bond, and you should give numbering in such a way that double bond containing carbon should get the least possible number. So this numbering is correct and not the other one. Preference should be given to a double bond and a triple bond because single bonds are common. Anyway you can select. but if double and triple is present, you should give preference to them, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the numbering which is correct. What is the root word for 5 carbons? Pent. Can I write pentane? No, I cannot write pentane because all the bonds are not sigma bonds. There is one bond which is a double bond. Even if one bond is present also, you should write them as pentene. Where is the double bond present? It is present at first position. So instead of writing just pentene, I will write pent1ene. Right? This is the name of the first compound. Going to the second one. This is the structure which is not expanded in the form of carbons. It is a bond line structure. This is first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, and this is fourth. Zigzag line is used to show the straight chain in which each point is one carbon. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it is a 4 carbon compound in which double bond is present on both the ends. Right. So what is the name for root word 4 carbons? Bute. Any numbering is correct because double bond is present on this side and only, this side also and only. Right. So bute. Can I write butane? No, I cannot write butane because there are double bonds present. So what I should write? Butene I should write. Right. If I write butene, that means one double bond is there. But we have already seen that if there are 2 double bonds, you should use diene. 3 double bond means triene. 4 double bonds mean tetraene. Right. So in this example, there are 2 double bonds. Where are the double bonds present? On first carbon there is a double bond and on third carbon there is a double bond. First carbon, when I say, you should not write first and second there is a double bond, and you should not even write third and fourth there is a double bond. If I say that there is a double bond at first carbon, it is understood, it is by default that first carbon can have a double bond with second carbon only. No need to mention that between first and second there is a bond, between 3 and 4 there is a bond. Just say on first carbon and on third carbon. Okay. So there are 2 double bonds. I should write diene, not just ene. Where are those 2 double bonds? They are not side by side. They are. So instead of writing just bute, you should write buta. Buta 1, 3 diene. If there was no double bonds, you would have wrote ene. Right? Simply you remove ne and add ene. As there are 2 diene, as it is present on 1 and 3, it becomes butadiene. Right? This is the name of the second compound. Let us go for the next compound. In this compound also, they have not shown the structure expanded in the form of carbons. They have shown condensed structure, which means CH3 bond CH double bond C, and on this carbon there are 2 methyl groups because methyl group is written how many times? 2 times. So its actual structure is CH3. They have not shown a bond but it is present. Then double bond, then carbon. On this carbon there are 2 methyl groups, right? How many methyl groups are there? 2 methyl groups. CH3, another also CH3. This is the actual structure of the compound. Every carbon is getting a tetravalency or not? Let us check. 3 plus 1, 4. 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. All the carbons should get tetravalency, whichever option you choose to show the structure. Whether you show the structure by this way or this way or this way, but every carbon should get tetravalency. Now shall we give numbering to that carbon? Okay, I will start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which numbering is correct? Numbering in which double bonded carbon should get least possible number, that is correct. If I start from this side, double bonded carbon is getting 2. If I start from this side also, double bonded carbon is getting 2. Both seems to be correct, but still methyl group is the substituent. Even substituent also should get the least possible number. Okay. So if I start from this side, double bonded carbon is also getting least possible number. Substituent bearing carbon is also getting least possible number. But if I start from left to right, double bonded carbon is getting a least possible number, but substituent is not getting a least possible number. Okay. So from left to right numbering is wrong. I will write here clearly, left to right is wrong, because double bond is getting 2, but methyl is not getting 2. From right to left, double bond is also getting 2, and methyl group bearing carbon is also getting 2. Okay. So that one, which one is correct? Right to left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What should be the root word? Root word should be but. How many double bonds are there? Only one. So its name should be butene. Where is the double bond? The double bond is present on the second carbon. So you should write butene. Substituent is present, right? What is the substituent? Methyl. Where is it present? 2-methyl butene. That is the correct name. When I follow right to left, that should be the name correctly. But if I follow this rule, what will be my name? If I follow the wrong numbering, you will get 3-methyl butene, which is wrong. Okay, because methyl group also should get least number, double bond also should get least number. That numbering is correct. Okay, shall we go to the next example? Okay. In the next example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many carbons are present? 5 carbons are present, right? 5 carbon means what should be the root word? Root word should be pent. Okay, root word should be pent. Shall I write pentane? No, I cannot write pentane, because there is a double bond as well as triple bond. So in this compound, a double bond as well as triple bond is present. So I should write pentene for double bond and pentyne for triple bond. Can I write pentene, pentyne as the name? No, I cannot write. In the name itself, I should write ene as well as ine. So between ene and ine, someone should be preferred, more preferred than the other. Who should be more preferred? Triple bond is more preferred and double bond is less preferred, right? So you should give numbering so that triple bond gets more preference and double bond gets less preference. So from this side numbering is correct, 3, 4, 5, right? If I give numbering from this side, while giving the name also, triple bond is more preferred in the end, double bond is less preferred before the triple bond. So pent, where is the ene present? 4th carbon, ene, 2-ine. That should be the name of the given compound. You cannot write ene here, because some more things has to come. Ending should be having ene. In between, if it comes, just write enn. Okay, so right now let us go for the next name. What is the next compound? 1, 2, 3, 4 numbering, and 1, 2, 3, 4. As I already shown in the beginning of prefixes itself, alkyl, alkoxy, nitro, chloro, fluoro, bromo, iodo, phenyl, all of them should become prefix. So you should not give numbering as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No need, because it is a substituent. Just going to the 4th example, in this compound, root word has how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 carbon means its name should be pent. If double bonds are present, you should write pentene. If triple bond is present, you should write pentyne. But in this compound, you are having double bond as well as triple bond. Then who should be preferred for numbering? Should I give numbering in this way, or should I give numbering in this way? Both the ways cannot be correct. Therefore, while giving numbering, you should prefer double bond, not a triple bond. So if double bond is getting least possible number, that numbering is correct. If triple bond is getting least possible number, that numbering is wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is correct. So same way for numbering also you have given preference to double bond, and for writing the name also you have to give preference to double bond only. So after writing the root word as pent, where is the double bond present? 1 in the end E should not come, because after writing the complete name E should be there in the end. In between E should not be present. At first position in is there, and at third position ein is there. Then at the end only E should be there. In between it should not have any E, whether it is for alkane E or alkene E or alkyne E, right? Coming to the next compound. In this compound, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which numbering is correct? If I give numbering from right side, double bond is getting least possible number. From left side, double bond is not getting least possible number, right? And this phenyl ring is a substituent, just like methyl, ethyl only. You should not continue the numbering as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it is just a group. Okay, so its name should be added as a prefix by writing just phenyl root word. Right, so which numbering is correct? Between phenyl and double bond, because both of them are present in the end, one should be preferred over the other. You should always prefer a double bond, not a phenyl ring, when both of them are present. So if double bond is getting a least number, that numbering is correct and the other numbering is wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 carbon means the root word is but. Shall I write butane? No, I cannot write butane because it has double bond, not a single bond. So for double bond, the name should be but. It is present on first position in. Now the substituent is present. Where is the substituent present? Fourth position. If phenyl group is present, what should be the name? 4-phenyl but1-ene is the name of the given compound. Let us look at the last compound. In this compound, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the longest carbon chain? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the longest carbon chain. Let me give numbering to that chain. If I start from first left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And if I start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Which numbering is correct? Both the numberings cannot be correct. One has to be wrong and the other has to be correct. If I give numbering from left side, double bonds are getting least possible number as 2, and bottom numbering, double bond is getting least possible number as 1 only. So least possible number, what is the least possible number between 1 and 2? 1 is the correct one, 2 is the wrong one. Therefore, top numbering is wrong and bottom numbering is correct. Now, once you selected the chain and you gave the correct numbering, what is the root word for 10 carbons? Dec is told. Shall I write decane? No, I cannot write decane because all the bonds are not sigma bonds. There are double bonds present in the molecule. How many double bonds are present? Deca. From decane, I should remove this and write about double bonds. 1, 2, 3. 3 double bonds are present in a single molecule, means it should be triene. Where are those double bonds present? It is present at first carbon, fifth carbon and 8th carbon. So I should write 1, 5, 8. Deca 1, 5, 8 triene. This is the name of the last compound. Now we have seen some of the examples of just hydrocarbons. In the next class, we will see priority order of functional groups, and then we will apply the names for functional groups. Okay, till then, thank you.